G'day guys, we are down here at the Adelaide Showgrounds for the Let's Go Caravan and Camping Show here in South Australia. And I just had to bump into the man himself. This is Stuart Lamont, the CEO of our National Association. Stuart,
Jeb,
good to see you, mate. Yeah, I am absolutely fantastic, mate. Thought we'd take the opportunity just to grab a seat and just chat about the state of the industry and one really cool little promotion that we got here I spoke about yesterday, which is the Caravan to a Million. But what's been happening out there? What are you seeing, mate? You oversee, obviously, the entire country. We've had a remarkable 3 years inside of the caravan industry. What are you seeing, mate? Is this thing going to continue on as strong as it has been?
Yeah, look, I'm not sure it's going to be as strong as what it has been, Jeb, but there's a whole lot of underlying confidence in our industry product, and why not?
Yeah.
You know, if you go at the end of the day and you invest in our product, you can take it to some of the most spectacular places in the world. And you can still go on your other trips and so forth, but you've still got this asset sitting in the front lawn that you can have many, many trips, generate some fantastic memories, reconnect with nature, with your family. And what I'm amazed when I go around in the industry, you see so much buoyantness and so much happiness from the experiences that people are having when they're out caravanning and camping. So I think it's part of Australians' DNA.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I was growing up, you go to school, you get a job, you buy a house, you get married, you work for 40 years, and then you spend all your sunset years going around Australia in a caravan or a motorhome. Well, now everyone's just bringing that forward. They're going away with their kids, so they're understanding in terms of what a great industry we have, what great products and places that we can go to, and what great education is for kids, great family quality time that you have. With whether it be families or friends. It's a whole lot of solo people that are out there because they love the sense of community. So this thing's got a really long tail to it, really excited.
And I think that's one of the things that we've seen through our dealership at Adelaide RV was just that demographic come back. So you're right in what you were saying, you know, historically we've seen them hit that retirement age, 60, 65, buy a caravan. Yep. And they may be in the market for potentially, one or two purchases. And now we're finding them coming back to 30, 35 years of age with a couple of young kids hitting the road.
And they go through the product cycle because there is a product for everything in terms of, my product journey is sitting on, my very first foray away from home was to a caravan in the backyard, and my first foray with my wife was a tent out in a camping spot. And then you migrate to the camper trailer or the caravan as you migrate through the product cycle. So, there is something for everyone's budget, everyone's style of life, everyone's age, and I think that's what keeps the industry alive.
Yeah. I think for the people that are out, obviously, watching this segment as well, we're getting such a following now when it comes to, the digital world. And I think that working from home, I guess, what would you call that? That kind of era that evolved throughout the COVID-19 stages over the last few years, really showing that people really can work from anywhere.
But not only can they work from home, they can also homeschool. And so you've got this great real life classroom experiences where you can take your kids out of school and they can, they're better socially adjusted, they're better from a sensory perspective, they're taking more information in, and when they get back into the classroom, they're actually ahead of those individuals that, their classmates that are sitting there because their experiences and their worldwide nature of what caravan and camping offers, just inspires them to learn and educate and want to take stuff in.
Yeah, nice.
So, it's good.
And South Australia, obviously our home, our hometown here. What are you seeing in SA? We've kind of been a little bit lost, in our position as far as numbers are concerned for quite a number of years with, numbers, nights visited, nights stayed. What are you seeing? Are people starting to really understand what SA has to offer and the amazing coastlines and scenery, the Flinders Ranges, the Eyre Peninsula, the York Peninsula? Are you finding that more people are hunting out SA?
I'm lucky that I get to play accidental tourist. I get to see a lot of places in Australia. And South Australia's got some of the most spectacular places. And unfortunately, it has been sort of a pass-through destination or state. People are going through South Australia to another place, and it doesn't need to be. There are so many great destinational spots that they can do. As you say, the Eyre, the York, just going up the Adelaide Hills, you go up in the Flinders Ranges, you go down in terms of the southeast. I mean, there is a different experience for everyone, and there should be no reason why people shouldn't be coming and treating South Australia as a destination in its own right, as opposed to a pass-through. So I think the South Australian, caravan and camping industry is actually one of the real hot opportunities that are in at the moment. And I go and talk to people at the show. Everyone's got a real sense of enthusiasm and optimism about where the industry's at the moment. So we think it's great. great for the South Australian businesses, and I think for South Australian consumers should have confidence in I guess, building, buying a caravan and camping product at a show like this, or going to a dealership, and have these great spots that they can actually use the product.
I think that's important as well, is to look at the infrastructure that's going in around the caravan and camping sector and the significant investment the businesses are making.
Absolutely.
Us ourselves have just invested in a large service centre to be able to better support the customer. We know that the customer is a little bit more demanding in their expectations as far as after sale service, and so they should be, Stuart, because they're paying so much money for this product. They want to be looked after afterwards, and I think the investment that we're putting in from a training perspective with the national body as well, I know is something that you really hammer home from an Australian perspective, as far as making sure that we're getting out there and we're having skilled tradesmen actually working on this product, so we can really try and revitalise an industry that potentially didn't have trade backing in the past, to really push forward and try and open up more job opportunities into the market. Because if we're getting more product out there on the market, we're getting more people interested in the caravan and camping sector, then we really need to be promoting more Aussies to come in and obviously work inside of this industry. So from your perspective, what would you see when it comes to anyone that's out there looking at potentially getting into a career opportunity inside of the caravan and camping sector, and what do you see for longevity and career pathways?
I think we are a consumer-driven product. At the end of the day, we evolve quickly, we move to where the market's going. I get to see a lot of product around the world, and the Australian industry builds the best products for the way that our consumers want to use the product. So we're quite unique in as far as that's concerned, and the product that we build is a great opportunity for someone to have a career path to manufacturer, to repair, to retail, in an industry that's really going places. And too often caravan and camping has been seen as an activity that you do as opposed to an industry in its own right. $27 billion worth of activity.
That's phenomenal.
There are 50,000 new products that were pushed into market last year. For anyone going through the school system to be able to build and come into an industry that is going places, there are many opportunities, and many different opportunities depending on what your skill set is, to be able to come in an industry and forge a really strong career path. This is a career for life opportunity for people, and it's sad that we haven't in the past been able to encourage some of those school leavers to think that caravan and camping is a sexy industry to work in, because I see the opportunity.
And it is a real sexy industry to be in at the moment. You just look at what the product's doing, look at the innovation that's coming through with the product. Up at the Caravan Conference on the Gold Coast last year, we learned a lot about EVs and the future that's going to hold, bringing in to our association as well. We could sit here all day and talk, Stuart, but just before we wrap up, mate, give us a little bit of a insight to Caravan to a Million. Is this something that I would assume that is close to your heart and that you've had quite a lot to do with?
Yeah, look, as Caravan Industry Association of Australia, we're really conscious at the end of the day of incentivising consumers to interact with our industry products. So, we have had a really successful promotion in the caravan park sector, where if you go and stay in a caravan park, you have the opportunity for a chance to win $1 million. And we thought, well, why should the caravan parks have all the fun? So, anyone that comes to a consumer show or goes into a dealership or goes and gets their product repaired or serviced, anyone that buys one of these great products and they then have the opportunity for a chance to win $1 million. And I think why should you wait at the end of the day with that kind of incentive on the table? And we hope at the end of the day, absolutely, someone's going to take that away. We hope. Yeah.
Well, mate, it's a awesome incentive that you put forward to continue to drive business back, and drive consumers back into our businesses. We're so thankful here, just our little piece of what we do at Adelaide RV. We're so thankful to have your support, and obviously a friendship that we've built over the years as well. It's been terrific. But mate, if we can finish in closing, what was the most exciting part of 2023 for you, Stuart?
I think Jeb, you winning the Future Leaders Award,
we didn't set that up at all. We didn't set that up at all.
No. Look, what's really exciting is to see quality individuals that, what I would say, at the beginning of their pathway, that are prepared to invest really hard-earned money in the sector, and seeing the industry develop and grow. And for me to be able to go out into the caravan parks and the camping spots and see everyone genuinely going, well, this is an activity you want to be in. You walk around the show, everyone's pumped and excited. You know, that's what keeps you up. It inspires you to get up in the morning, and you know, it's the greatest industry that I've had anything to do with. And you know, the people that you meet, you know, the industry people that are in it, they're just genuinely, they're well-meaning, they're grounded, and everyone's in it for, you know, in terms of helping each other. They all want the industry and everyone within the industry to grow. And so, 2023, you know, it's come off a couple of hard years in the economy, but we've continued to thrive as an industry, and to see it continue to thrive while others have faltered, I think that's a real, you know, I take a great deal of satisfaction in that.
$27 billion. I don't know about you guys, but that is a hell of a lot of money going into the Australian economy.
Absolutely. And it's all regional, mate. It's going out and it's supporting these small country towns that our caravanners at the end of the day love to go and visit. So, you know, really, really important industry.
Yeah. From a manufacturing perspective, from a trade perspective, from a caravan parks perspective, the Caravan Industries Association of Australia do a tremendous job in promoting this great lifestyle. As you guys know, my purpose is to inspire and motivate people to travel, and without gentlemen like Stuart, you know, this is just not possible. So, mate, you do a tremendous job, you and your team. Thanks so much for popping by the Adelaide RV stand. It's been a pleasure to have a chat, and stay tuned, guys, as we continue to have conversations over the next 5 days with some more amazing people just like Stuart. Thank you very much.
Thanks.